Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the finale of our alternative American history. It is October 7th, 1928. 8 years before I believe the end of the game, but we're not going to go all the way to the end of the game. I don't think it's necessary. I would like to, however, complete all of the decisions that are taking place. And in order to do this, well, it says adds awaiting. It says I have to have any American building that's a university, and the building level has to be greater than or equal to 10. And any building in District Columbia, building level urban center is greater than 20. So let's take a look at focusing on these so that I can get that event done, as well as we'll continue our Antarctic expedition today as well. We're not going to do quite as much building. We are profitable with the taxation being here. By the end of this, I would prefer to not have any consumption taxes. I'm okay with taxes being here, but I would prefer not to have any consumption taxes. So we somehow have to come up with plus 826 somewhere else. And I'm hoping that a considerable amount of that will be through getting rid of the Antarctic expedition, because that's costing me, I think, almost 500 grand right now. And then maybe I can then cut military wages a little bit, which I think will probably be okay because I don't need as much army anymore. Granted, I can be cut down to size still. I am still a pariah, and I will be for the remainder of the game. But I don't think it's that big of an issue anymore because this only affects growth, like training rate. So I don't know if this actually matters at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that down. You can see we have 75 million in gold reserves as well. So as we go, and as this completes, I can then get rid of the consumption taxes. If I have to go to the maximum percentage on proportional taxes here, I suppose I can, but I don't think it really matters. The budget's going to be basically balanced anyway. We have Puerto Rico. That's construction is also taking place, so that's cutting into budget a little bit, but Puerto Rico should be in good shape as soon as these buildings are done, and Panama is in good shape. They're not even in turmoil anymore. And if I go over to Hawaii, we can see that Hawaii is also no longer in turmoil. They're very happy people. So everything's going to be fine there. Okay, so we're going to focus in on Washington, D.C. The urban center here needs to be above 20, which means I need more things here. One thing I can do is I could just up the university here, but I think the qualifications are better spent somewhere else. So I'm going to start and go over to New York, where I already have a university that's level 8, and just up this by 2 levels. So now with a university of 10, somewhere, right? That should be better. So we'll do that too. Arts Academy can go up too. For DC though, I need to get its urban center above 20. So we basically need, I guess, 2,000 urbanization. So I need to add things that add urbanization. Well, construction sector will add urbanization. At least it looks like it does. The railway adds urbanization. So that's that. So I can go 5 levels on the railway. Let's go 10 levels on the construction sector. Let's see what that does for us. We have also, it looks like, 64 urbanization total with the naval base as well. So we can up the naval base by 10 levels too. If we come over to here, some of these buildings will add it as well. I think pretty much all of it does. I think some of these buildings do. Maybe not all of it, but more infrastructure, textile mills, maybe not. Maybe not. But I think I'll add some stuff here anyway, because I thought just adding things to the urban area would increase urbanization. Automatically appears when there's enough in the state. So anyway, we're going to keep working on that, and we're going to get District of Columbia to be 20. In the middle of DC, there's this nice little envelope here. It says strange marks. Let's take a look. During the expedition's advances through the snow, a strange rock with unknown marks has been discovered, partly buried under their feet. A light-colored rock was dug up this very morning. Its smooth texture and perfect curvature was only interrupted by a pattern of unfamiliar marks, all appearing in a sequence that none of our men could dare to decipher. When positioned between one's eye and the sun, its tone varies, seemingly depending on the time of day, now white, now yellow, at dusk green. So if we stop and study it, there's a chance we get a minor peril. There's also a chance that we're just delayed. There's also a chance that we gain progress. So some of the stuff could be good. Or we take the guaranteed minor progress, which I'm still a bigger fan of taking the guarantee. Yeah, I don't need the prestige, so I think the guaranteed minor progress is better than a chance at getting a peril. So we're going to do that. A gentler United States of America. Yes, we are a peaceful nation now. Absolutely. We're peaceful now. We've said this 4 times and then went back on our word. But this time we really mean it. You can tell by our lack of military funding. We really mean it this time. I can cut back on government wages too, I suppose. Negative 10% prestige, but I think that's probably fine. We're increasing, I don't know, like better wages. They also have better welfare too, so maybe that's okay. Again, I would like to not have to tax these things, so I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe remove the tax on some of these things for a little bit and see if we can't, you know, offset this by just having better stuff for a little while. So we'll see how that goes. Election! The Working Men's Party wins with 69.2% of the vote. Let's go ahead and up your power plant a couple of levels. And we'll do one more level on your tooling workshop. And then let's get an arts academy at, like, I don't know, let's say level 10 here. I know it's going to use a bunch of infrastructure, but we're also adding to the railway anyway, so it won't matter. There we go. Naval base has been expanded. Very good. So we'll keep working on the urban center while we're also doing the expedition, okay? The revolution is gone-ish. It says the radicalization of move... Look, you can see it right there. It says enact property women 0. So it's going to slowly work itself down to 0, which means it'll go away. Private schools has really low radicalization, and property women now does as well. So this will go away. It's gonna leave, which is great. The number of radicals will also steadily decline over time, which is also very, very good. Check out Puerto Rico real quick here. Still 25.5, huh? Your urban center is 20. Hi. Wow. I did not see that coming. Let's hit this. Tools? Oil. I mean, I could go get oil from somewhere. I'd have to take control of somebody, right? If I'm gonna, I mean, obviously more of the oil is gonna be kind of over in this area anyway. But I mean, there's still some oil in Africa, I would assume. I don't know why there's not oil in Alaska. Not having oil in Alaska is very weird. We can do the whaling thing though, because that gets us some oil. Upgrade the port, upgrade the whaleway just a little bit. We don't need that many levels though. Where in the world? I don't need that many levels. Go down like this. I really don't need any levels at all, do I? I'm adding 18 here, so that's gonna hit the infrastructure a little bit, but I don't think I need that. I'll just go 1 level. It's fine. Okay, let me just let it run, and we're gonna see if we can't do this thing in DC. Be right back. All right, it didn't take very long, but just by expanding some stuff in District of Columbia, paying a little more attention to it, we got ourselves to an urban center of 20. Okay? So there we go. So let's take a look at the journal. And you can see hold a grand exhibition is now a thing. Hold a grand exhibition, I can say that word, to show all the world your wonders. The more technologies you have to show, the more successful the exhibition will be. So we'll click that. Now there's no decisions left, so that's good. We also have a couple of other things here in the journal entries, but again, I'm not concerned about these. I do like these decisions, I guess, but I'm not really caring so much about all of the journal entries, right? Expanding our market with having our own customs union, that shit don't work. Tried it, failed, don't understand it. Do it next time maybe, but it seems like no other nations can join my customs union. Maybe because I don't share a land border with any of them. Not really sure why, but I can't get anyone to join mine. So let's go ahead and declare neutrality here. We're a peaceful nation now. So awaiting the grand exhibition, we have nothing to show off. So increase your exhibition points by gathering treasures on expeditions, researching technologies, and increasing your country rank. Lose points by increasing your infamy. Well, yeah, sure. So The greatest exhibition. It'll trigger the event. I have 4 years to do this. So maybe we'll find something in the Arctic, but it doesn't look like I have any treasures. I don't think I have any treasures. Is this like Anno, where I have to, you know, bring stuff back and put the animals in a zoo and things like that? Except without all the visual and control over where that is. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with this. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to do that. And I haven't decided whether I'm upset about that or not. I haven't decided if I care. It's close. It's a close call. I'm losing 220K right now. This is without the consumption tax on luxury furniture. And again, we will be positive once this Antarctic expedition is done. So I just have to kind of wait for that to happen. Now be able to participate in diplomatic plays, create trade routes to countries in the Central America region. That's me. Yes, me. They have interests in me. Okay, France. I'm also, of course, increasing my relationship with Cuba, at least as much as I can. But because I am infamous, because I'm a pariah, it's negative 2,000. So otherwise, I would be a very good friend. If I wasn't a pariah, I'd be a friend. I mean, I could always just violate Cuba's sovereignty and take them over. Introduce them to freedom. But I'm not going to. I'm done with war for this for now. So anyway, let me let this run for a little bit. I want to see the next stage of this exhibition. Well, sorry, the next stage of the expedition, and hoping that we get something for the exhibition. I'll be right back. All right, just have a couple events here, so I wanted to just make sure I was going to show you what they were. This one says, do a promotion. Armed Forces demand the promotion of Major General Phineas Schuler. Hey, wait, this is the crack addict, isn't it? The cocaine addict, yes. They're demanding this cocaine addict be promoted. Yes, he's earned it. I can't wait for him to be president, man. And then it says a matter of business, 67 days. A suspicious gentleman has been reported charging an extra fee for special items inside the exhibition hall. There's a man with a tall hat. A very, very tall hat. He's pointing at one of the telescopes. This one looks especially important. Would you, little sir, want to try it? For just 1 penny, you could discover the wonders of the night sky. You pause. The machine shines. You swear you can see it pulsing beneath all that steel. The entrance costs you a whole shelling. Your pockets are ragged. The man has now a sharp smile. A very, very sharp smile. Well, we all could use 1 or 2 extra pennies. Have more. Yes. And if we do this one, then the lower strata will become more radicalized. If we do this one, then we just get more capitalists. Wow. So, oh, sorry. The lower strata become, sorry. Okay, so the capitalists become radical and the lower strata become loyalists. I see. Okay, that's fine. We'll do this. We cannot let them tarnish this good thing. Okay. The Trans-Antarctic Mountains. The exhibition has advanced through eternal days of snow marching until finding the impenetrable site of the Trans-Antarctic Mountains. A new challenge awaits, and their routes have been scarcely documented. I'm pretty sure we've seen this one already. Yeah. The thing, like, it's not a vertical sky. There's no heavy falling upon us, etc., etc. So, once again, we have to choose one. 2/3 chance that we get progress instead of a peril. So let's give it a try once more. Yay! Good progress that time. Fantastic. Oh, good. We needed that break. Pretty sure last time I did that, I got the 33%. It came back, and that's why there's a medium peril here, I think. All right, good. Well, Germany will now be able to just... Yeah, so in Canada. So Germany might go ahead and try to mess with us again. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. A dazzling souvenir. Ooh. With the imminent opening of the exhibition, we must prepare ourselves for visitors wanting to return with a small piece of it. A perfume-soaked woman wanders around the exhibition with pompous motion. Little August would love this, she says, while standing near any visible item. You doubt that little August will love the mechanisms of a fountain, but you won't contradict her. Leeches! You can hear her scream, remarkably elated. Leeches! Stereoscope cards will let them see the exhibition once again. Oh, weekly innovation gain multiplier. Okay. Not that I need that, since I'm, done with my research, but a paper souvenir would be easily affordable for anyone. Innovation gain multiplier for society. So this is just choosing whether I want to have a gain in my research for the society tree or for the innovation tree. It really doesn't matter which one. So we'll do the stereoscope cards, I guess. It's fine. We already have all the research done, so that's meaningless. These are things that I should have done earlier, right? But because I see this very tiny little button down here as insignificant to my plans, so I don't bother clicking it, and I never cared. So, bully for me. Urban Center is now up to 22. I would like to continue expanding it, maybe even getting some more with like power plants and stuff. Arts Academy is very productive. Cooling Workshop's very productive. Food's very productive, etc., etc. So I would like to keep hitting this and try to get the Urban Center to 30, if possible. Because this meaningless journal says I can have a metropolitan railway if I can get my Urban Center to 30. And that's it. So I'm working on DC today, man. Everything's about DC today. Let's finish it off by making sure our capital is awesome. We've got the price of porcelain under control. And let's just take a look at the market really quick. Probably should get rid of all these trade routes with France since they're embargoing me. Try to sell steamers. Try to sell grain, if you can, please. Let's try to sell the furniture to the Italians. We'll try to sell some coal, I guess. We have a lot of coal. We're also burning a lot of coal for the power, but whatever. All right, so we're just using up a bunch of our convoys as much as we can here. Nobody wants telephones because nobody's advanced enough to use them. Okay. So, we got the South Pole. Here it is. The exhibition reaches the South Pole, only to find a tent bearing the German flag. Oh, we've been beaten to our goal. Pole, unsullied, immaculate, except it isn't because we've been beaten. The air glistened as if the snow possessed a light of its own. Under our frozen feet must have laid a secret sun. It's here. And we took measure. We registered every possible anomaly. It's here, moved the beacon. And then it was here, right before my eyes. And then it was there, closer to the sleds. But it was here. It was finally here. And it was reflected pallor illuminated our tired faces. Gentlemen, we can now rest. It is here. Yep. Damnation. Now the hard journey begins north. So we get minor progress for this, but freaking Germans beat us to the pole. So it is what it is. Now I feel like taking those rocks and studying them, all those extra risks and stuff because of this event, that actually might have been worth it. Gathering those treasures on the expedition might have been worth it. Ooh, Caribbean. Cuba and revolutionary Cuba again. This is their second revolution. I'm gonna let them do their thing. Just gonna let them have it. Although, to be honest, we really should save these people from themselves. I mean, all the bloodshed. They're just constantly going back and forth, hating on each other, right? Can't have that. If I help the existing government, well, maybe I can improve my relationships with them. Could support Cuba in the war. Probably a good thing. Just go ahead and support them. It's fine. It's good. Yeah. Haiti might like us better too. Who knows? So maybe we'll quell this revolution. We don't need this revolution to exist. Maybe we'll help them for this one. Pretty sure I already clicked this. Yeah, the German flag. We've been big to our goal. I just did this. Minor progress. So now it's complete. I guess we reached it again. Yes. Good. Homecoming. The crew of an Antarctic expedition have finally returned home. Though they did not succeed in their goal, their efforts have advanced scientific progress and paved the way for future explorers. Glory, victory, cheers and parades, absurd sums of money, kind words, the repetition of the hero's shadow over one's own name. The crew. That precious group of indomitable bastards. Home. Days, nights. How much I had missed the days and the nights. Their calculated succession. The boredom of the routine. Waking up on my bed. Hot chocolate. Coffee. Tea. My favorite tartlets. How much I had missed the noise from this street. We will succeed next time. Yes, we'll be first to the Antarctic next time. And we gain prestige for the next 5 years. And somebody gains popularity. That's fine. See, now we're cordial. And so far, nobody wants to cut me down. Oh, I'm siding this way? I didn't realize. I am going to declare my neutrality, though. Bye-bye. Okay, yep. So now we're cordial because we've sided with them in their diplomatic problems. And I assume that these guys are uncertain, which is weird. You should be very afraid. I guess there's still a chance that you have powerful allies. Oh, France is on the other side. Interesting. France is going to help the revolution. Okay. All right. We can do something with this. Can we add any war goals? No? Gonna make them pay me reparations. I can't do that, though. It's not my war. That's all right. I'll just send my navy over there to stop their convoys, and it'll be fine. Well, we're supposed to be a peaceful nation, but you see how that's going. All right, so 281 is our profit now, and this is with, I can find it. Yep, this is with the porcelain consumption tax, which is currently gaining us 526. So I don't think we're gonna be able to support a profitable, like, balanced budget. I'd like to get rid of this consumption tax and see if we can get a balanced budget with, well, with at least medium taxation, but that's going to require me somehow cutting $1 million in expenses. And the only place I can cut there, I guess, is goods for military buildings. I could cut my military down. It's one way to do it. Goods for government buildings, I could cut the price of paper significantly, would help a lot, I think. So we can go into DC, for example, and say, hey, paper mill. Let's add like a level 30 paper mill in here. And just do a ton with paper for a while. Okay, 2 arms. Looks like we're going to be facing against France here. So 2 arms. We will go in to our navy, as such it is. And we will do a raid convoy. And we will make sure that the French cannot do what they want to do. We'll make sure that the French cannot do anything that they want to do. We'll just raid all of their convoys like so. Now we need to go in here and help this revolution to exist. And I actually think I'll take Zachariah Frey here instead. We're going to go into Cuba, and we're going to bring somebody really strong. George is good. We'll bring George in there. And then, you know, actually, tell you what. Why don't we try this? Stapleton, you guys are going to be in charge of all the convoys. So let's have you guys do all the convoy stuff. There we go. Just get in here and help with the convoys. Just make sure that they can't bring stuff in. This is France. Yep, this is France. And I think Francis, you are going to do a naval invasion here instead. We're going to bring with you, Francis. You will bring, let's say Nathaniel. Nope, can't do Nathaniel. Okay, who's the strongest person you can do here? What about Hazen Crocker? He's 24. Not Adna. Frederick. Man, can't find anybody that's any good on this in this region. Okay, tell you what. Why don't we take John Pershing, Hazen Crocker, Cornelius, and they're all not upgraded. Where's Philip Sheridan? 20. They're all 20s. Absalom Webb, also 20. Frederick Thompson, also 20. So all of them are 20s. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take John Pershing here, and we're going to promote you. Now you're 40. Then we'll take Arthur Let's take Arthur. We'll have you do the naval invasion instead with... Not Phineas. Oh, whatever. Here, just keep doing this then. You're already on that order. Who can help? Was it Francis? Yeah, okay, Francis, good. So we'll send those guys down there. They'll establish a front to help with the revolution. And we'll stop all their convoys. And we'll just, help Cuba out, Try to be Cuba's friend. We like the existing government, okay? We just need to get down in here. Which I feel like won't happen because these battles are all taking place before we can even reach the shores. And so I'm not sure we're going to be able to get there in time. 36 days. It takes forever to do this, It really does. And I can't... Oh, I can. I didn't know I could just directly go there, though. Apparently, I'm allowed to directly go here. I did not know that. Here we go. I mean, it's like over the water, so I felt like you need the Navy to do it, but I guess not. Yeah, so looks to me like we're just all on standby now. Because this happened so fast, we couldn't get there. So, I guess, maybe. I wonder if we can actually see naval battles. Like the convoys being sunk and stuff. Is that a thing we'd be able to see? I really want to see naval battles. This game is really beautiful. I just like it to, use that beauty to show me the battles on the Navy. Ah, here we go. We've arrived. They're like, ah, shit, the Americans are here. Ah, damn it. What have we done? I don't think we have a prayer now. Not really. No, we're good. We're just going to come in here and don't mind us. We're just sweeping in here and taking over the place again. That's just me. Hopefully these paper mills will squash the price of paper hard, like 5.7 right here. It's gonna crush this. I don't think I should do this many levels, but I can maybe. Universities use paper as well, so maybe if we up the universities in like some of these bigger places, we could say like 10, and then we could go in and be like 10. I don't know. Not sure if this will help at all, but we're gonna try it. It's not gonna matter. Like, I want to squash the price of paper, and then I'm going to add more usage so I don't squash the price of paper. Like, what am I doing there? It doesn't make any sense. Nothing I'm doing makes sense, other than getting 30 levels to the paper mills will increase my urban center score. So other than that, and then my infrastructure, I've got tons of it, so whatever. French convoys are being sunk. Oh no. All the other convoys are being sunk too. Oh no. The Americans are coming. The Americans are shooting us with their superior cannon fire. What's this? A new front? Yeah, sorry about that. People in Havana, you better duck. Stuck. Oh boy. Oh boy. You ever have a chance to visit Havana, by the way? I happen to think it's okay. So it's a really beautiful city for some parts. Some parts are a beautiful city. Some parts suck. Some parts are just obviously really poor, and it's. Wait, what the heck is this? What the heck is this? Why does it look like I'm fighting? Why does it look like I'm fighting Cuba? I was helping Cuba. I was supposed to be helping Cuba. But now I'm losing. They're gaining back. This is weird. I should just capitulate, shouldn't I? This is Cuba. I was helping them. Why am I on the opposite side now? Oh, screw this. I capitulate. Goodbye. You can have it. Jesus. Something got lost in translation there. Ah, well, look at this. Here we go. 33 on the urban center now, which means we can now do the Metropolitan Railway. The grand opening of the Washington Metropolitan Airway. Airway? Railway. was received with much celebration. In a speech, the president congratulated the engineers who made this possible. It is not only the railway that is electrified, but the whole city of Washington. The streets are abuzz with citizens marveling at the wonders of technology, speculating about the new innovation that will come to transform our lives for the better. The engineers deserve a reward. Be the envy of the world, more prestige. We don't need more prestige. Yes. Railway building throughput just went way up. That's fine. Okay, good. So we added a whole bunch of stuff to Washington, D.C. We completely squashed the price of paper. At least we should be squashing the price of paper, which should bring down our costs in government. But it doesn't look like we're going to be able to handle this. It just doesn't look like it's going to happen, right? We are not at war anymore. And everybody loves us. But I have not balanced the budget. I need to come up with cut 430,000 in expenses. And I think it's going to be military wages. Because I just don't think we need it anymore. So, or government wages. We could do both, actually. That would take care of it. Government wages get cut and military wages get cut. And that now I need to come up with... I think that's it, actually. Because once these construction projects are done, these universities and stuff, I think once these are done, I will have a positive balance. There it is. Okay, so I can actually bring something back here. So let me bring military wages up a little bit. I want to balance this like right here. Standard of living is being reduced because government wages in District of Columbia have dropped, and they're mostly government people here. But they're also a good military presence here, so I'm going to increase their wages there too. All right. So again, trying to get a balanced budget. Yeah, these guys are going to flip-flop back and forth because their wages have been reduced by so much. On the plus side, their costs are also down. Glass. Porcelain's still expensive. Can I bring it in? Bring it in from the Germans. Same thing with the clothing. Let's try to bring it in from the Portuguese. And tea is very expensive. We can do something about that. I can't do anything about oil because nobody will trade it to me. But I'll try getting it from the British, but nobody's going to trade it to me. I can do something about coffee, tea, dyes, and radios. I can do that. So coffee, tea, dyes, and radios. Come back over to here. And we will simply do coffee up by 20 levels. Tea up by, let's say, 40 levels. Coffee can go up by 40 levels. Opium, we're going to bring that up by, like, say, 40 levels. Silk is not that profitable. We can just bring that to an even level 100. And then the dyes, we're going to bring that up by, like, say, 40 levels too. And that will, once the constructions are complete anyway, that should get our prices in check, I believe. Should get our prices in check. The other way we could balance the budget, and I actually kind of like this better, even though it's, you know, I guess it kind of sides with the whole communist mindset just a little bit more here. But we could nationalize the railway. If we were to nationalize the railways, which I don't remember how to do. Is it in this menu here? Is it just, it's just development, right? Yeah, like this. If we were to nationalize the railways, this would gain us about 98K. And because the railways would be our profit. So all railroads would be nationalized, and this would gain us $98,000. So that's another step towards balancing the budget. And with that 98K, I think I'll go ahead and do that. If I do modern ports, that will help a little bit too. Yeah, we can do modern ports. We could bring down our Navy a little bit here too. We could, you know, maybe just bring this in and try to make Navy a little bit cheaper. Conscription centers. It doesn't look like we can actually do anything there. Barracks. Yeah, wound dressing. We could save on go down to first aid. So just by cutting some of our expenses in places, we can earn more money. And in so doing, we would be able to get our government wages back up. At least I'm hoping. Because then I can make sure government employees are properly cared for, and you know, that their quality of life is you know, pretty consistent here. So see how that goes. So we'll raise their wages again. So now I have to come up with I have to see what the budget is after all this stuff is done building. So I have a lot less capitalists now, so I have less in the investment pool, but there is still 1.4 million in the investment pool. Sorry, there's 58 million. $58 million in the investment pool. My bad. There is $58 million in the investment pool. So we're building mostly from that, I would think. Yeah, 1.4 million in construction goods, and looks like 780,000 of those are from the investment pool. So I think once everything's done constructing, we should have been good here, but maybe not. 225,000 in subsidies. Okay, which industries am I subsidizing? Logging camps and railway. I'm subsidizing railways? I mean, I own them now, so wait a minute. Is that charging me even though I own them? Let's stop subsidizing all railways. It's weird to say I'm subsidizing something that I now own. You know, it's weird. Okay. Cuban-Haitian rivalry declared. Cuba and Haiti have a rivalry. Okay. That's a pretty close rivalry for us to have to oversee. It's like a parent having to watch their kids fight, you know? Let's take a look. So I think if I bring the price of furniture down a little bit, the price of tools needs to drop significantly because that is a government expense from all the things we're building. It's only down 3.2. I think oil is still just that one thing that if I was playing longer, I would be doing something about it. But since I'm not playing long enough to care, I'm not doing anything about it. I think we do steel passenger carriages for everything. And this will raise our profits because we'll be more profitable. Yeah, that's how it works. And then we'll make sure that all railways are operating with electric trains. And now we just need power plants to be upgraded. And I could nationalize all the power plants, I think. No? Oh, you have to have command economy for that. Okay. Well, that's fine. I didn't want to do that much anyway. So engines are here, and that's like the biggest thing right now. Because we own the railways, our costs are directly tied to the price of the motor industries. So we need to make sure that we are making lots and lots of engines. And I'm going to say South Dakota goes up 10 levels. Iowa's up 5. Kentucky, Alabama. Michigan is going to be still the exclusive provider of automobiles. Which it doesn't need to be. Well, okay, so we don't really have any wars happening right now. So that's why. Try assembly lines just for a little bit more oil, I guess, there. But the automobiles, unfortunately, they are not purchased by the average person. They're purchased only by military. So costs of them are way down. So I could try to help that, I think, by exporting automobiles. And I'll try to export it to everywhere I can, I guess. Just add all these different markets and see if any of them would like to have our automobiles. Just get in there. Provide automobiles to the world. The exclusive provider of the world's automobiles. The price of tea still a little bit out of control. Sorry, let's come over here. Yeah, you're all done. So raise this another 30 levels. Price of coffee still a little high. We'll raise that up 20 levels. Opium still a little high. We'll go up 20 levels there too. Dyes are still a little high. Go up 20 levels there. Fruit's actually quite high. We'll raise the fruit plantations a little bit. And it looks to me like, you know, grain, sugar is really high too. There is another building that has sugar plantation possibilities. Was it in yeah, Texas. Let's add like 50 levels to the sugar plantations in Texas. That should help the price of sugar get under control. I think I'm good after that. You know? Lead's a little pricey. Maybe I can up that. Coal will be pricey because of all the power we've expanded, so we'll do that too. That's fine. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of let this go, and once the construction is done, I anticipate we will have a balanced budget, but I don't know that yet, so I have to look. A matter of business. Suspicious gentlemen have been reported charging an extra fee. Again, the same event. Well, yeah. This time we'll do the other one this time. Because I don't want more radicals. I know it doesn't matter, but whatever. So now, France is now embargoing us. France does love their embargo, don't they? So now we're going to see prices go up on everything because we were trading, or anything we were importing from France. So it doesn't look like we were importing much of anything, though. Not from France. Can't bring oil in from anyone. No one has it. No one's got clothes for me. I can get dyes from Ecuador, I guess, and Portuguese. Dyes. Let's bring Brazilian coffee. Lovely. Cuba, we can import some cigars from you. Oh, sorry, that was beverages. I believe that was coffee. I can get some tea from Cambodia. That sounds nice. Hardwood, we can bring that in from Cambodia as well. I have nothing else I can do for hardwood, so I have to import the rest unless I want to overtake land. Although I have overtaken land recently, but I maxed out the logging camps here already. Puerto Rico would have been maxed out already because I would have made their jobs. Yeah, 2. That's nothing. Yeah, that's kind of it. I do wish I had another source of oil, and I think what it is just over time. Because I've seen other locations, like there's a location over in, I think it was Santa Cruz, that just discovered oil recently. Yeah, 30. So there's oil here. So like, obviously, if they would work it, I would try to import it, but they don't work their stuff. So is what it is. Meh. All right. Let this run for a little bit, and we'll see if we can't have a balanced budget when this is all over with. Okay? Be right back. All right. So I've been sitting here letting it run, and I saw this diplomatic play in Manchuria. Russia is attempting to take territory away from China. We got a war between Russia and China, and they actually have the Italians on board. And then there's also some help potentially coming in the form of, well, I think this is Korea, but we got Persia and Korea possibly helping China, and then Russia, of course, with Italy helping them. And I kind of want to see this war take place. I'm hoping that, being worried, as they should be, because China's very confident. Yeah, they're very much ready to go here. But I'm hoping that this war actually happens because I want to see the outcome of that. And then we also have this other thing happening with British Republic and the communist trucial states. I don't know anything about this one. I'm just going to declare neutrality on that one. But I want to see this other war take place here too. East India Company's having themselves a revolt, so just declare neutrality on that too. A matter of business, same exact thing. And we'll just say the capitalists become more loyal because it's just the same thing over and over again. Okay. Still letting it run till all this, till my construction's done, and then I can see my balanced budget, hopefully. It's not quite balanced. I do see temporary expenses is 350K pretty much right now. So I think this will still be red for a little bit. I got 35 million in gold reserves to play around with it. But we have so much mobilization happening down here too. But I anticipate though that I had some generals. I had one general retire, and then I decided, oh, that's a good idea, and I retired a couple of other ones because I thought maybe that would help my budget to just go ahead and retire these guys because I don't need as many anymore, right? I thought maybe this might help my budget, so we'll see. This Philip. Where is? I didn't retire Phineas. Oh, there he is. I can't retire Phineas. The cocaine must flow. I must keep this going. Philip, though, you can retire. Goodbye. So I don't know if that's going to help my wages at all, but again, they die. When you retire them, they die. It's silly. I wish they would say that retired instead of dying, but it is what it is. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, just checking back in with you guys. We have currently a budget that looks like this. Yes. Porcelain is still being taxed consumption-wise. We're going to try to balance this without that being the case, but I really didn't want to go into a credit situation, so I wanted to make sure that my gold reserves were going to stay positive while I was trying to balance this. I've switched a few industries, including the tooling industry, to being publicly traded. And I've also reconfigured... hang on. Austria wants to be starting something. I'd like to add the war goal, but I want to make sure that I don't count the reparations that I'm going to demand of them as like part of my balanced budget. But anyway, I've switched. I really hope they don't go to war with me because that's going to throw off my expenses to defend myself. I'd rather not do that. But I'd like to get the goal, right? Like I said before, is to get balanced budget without consumption taxes. I'm gonna keep this tax level. I think I'm fine with that. Because I'm offering welfare, this is a fine level to have. So basically, I've shifted several industries, including the tooling industry, to be publicly traded. And it takes a while for that transition to happen. Looks like they backed down. Nice. Takes a while for the transition to happen because these businesses have to grow, and then they're also going to be, hiring more people. So if we go to the tooling workshop, they're still trying to hire. If I go over to New York, they're still trying to hire here, right? And of course, if the price of tools, keeps dropping, because it was up a lot, if it keeps dropping, then they won't be as profitable. So I have to tweak other industries too, like steel, etc. But the hope here, though, is that these capitalists and having other people have ownership in their businesses and stuff, this will lead to higher tax dollars coming in for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and up the steel really quick. Coal, iron. I'm trying to keep all these things as close to equilibrium as I can. Looks like power is a big thing now. We can up that in DC. I'm gonna up that a couple levels in, a couple being 20, I guess. Up these a whole bunch of different levels. I cannot make the power companies be nationalized, but they're all publicly traded anyway. And it doesn't really look like I would earn much, depending, like, the change in how much I would earn. It doesn't matter anyway if I nationalized it, because these things are expensive to run anyway. Let me take a look really quick at the motor industries. So currently, we cannot make the whole motor industry publicly traded, because you can't do this if there's electric engines and diesel engines are active in any of these things. So basically, I need everything to be steam engines in order to do that. And I'm not really interested in doing that, I guess. I can do it here, and you can see the substitution estimates is, it fluctuates up and down. But, by having the steel go publicly traded here, I could potentially make more money doing this. And then I could shift to different processes like an open hearth, and that might help too. So if we shift to different processes, that will use different resources around the map, and it fluctuates and changes the market conditions based on what we're using. So I just have to constantly keep adjusting, but I'm fine-tuning. And once I fine-tune it, I think I'll be able to just dial it right in and have as close to zero as possible, again, without the consumption tax being applied. So like right now, it's very expensive because, my power plants and stuff are not subsidized by capitalists. So I'm still making a tons of power plants, and none of these are able to be dipped in from the capitalist pool here. So anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, I think I've pretty much done it. I've been working on things, right? I think I've pretty much done it. I'm at the 675 surplus at the moment. So I'm going to go into my budget, and I'm going to take away the porcelain taxes. So that is it. We no longer have any type of consumption taxes, and we're up to 113,000 surplus. And this is with a lot of construction projects happening, so we're actually good here. We'll even be better off also if we can get it to where Hawaiian Islands is incorporated, because currently, because they're not incorporated, we're not getting those tax dollars. So that will help it as well. The same is true for Honduras, actually, because actually they just became incorporated, I think. That's odd to me, because if I go to government administration like this, it says I'm getting 0 from the Hawaiian Islands, which is understandable. They're not incorporated yet, but it was also showing me 0 for Honduras as well. And now, yeah, it still is right here, 0. 0 predicted earnings for Honduras. Are they a puppet? They're an incorporated state now. Yeah, no, they are incorporated. So I don't know why I'm not getting anything from them, but okay. Look at it, middle class, 30.7, expecting 19.5. That's nice. They're all very happy. As I upgraded all these industries, I added too much infrastructure usage, and a lot of these places had really low market access for a little while. And so now I'm looking at this, and I'm hoping that when these railways kick in, all these places that had low market access, which I need to keep going with this, I guess, but really? Really, Rhode Island? No way. Up your port, but they have a level 22 railway. You don't have anybody working there, though. Yeah, I mean, you have to have people working there, though. But still, level 22 railway, and you have 45% market access right now? 98, that's better. Okay, it just takes a little bit of time to kick in. Yeah, so with that done, we can do the whaling so we can get more oil, I guess. I don't like it, but whatever. Because we need to gain oil. And then I think flash freezing will really help me here, so whatever. But this gives me at 372. So, like, would be really cool, right? If after all of this balancing and cost cutting, and try to do different cost cutting measures too. Like, I've really dialed back my investments in military. We don't need that many. I do have lots of people on standby, but we just don't need that many, right? And so I'm just not doing it. I could retire some of my generals or some of my retire some of my people, and I'm not investing a lot. I still have Phineas. Phineas is super loved. I want him to be president. All right. I want Phineas to be president. How do we make Phineas president? Well, right now the president is Cornelius Burling. But I think because the armed forces are part of the Working Men's Party, and they actually have the most clout, who leads the armed forces? Phineas. So the next election, if they win, I think Phineas would become president. You have a crack addict in the White House. A cocaine addict in the White House. He's a celebrity commander. Everyone loves Phineas. He's so loved. Everyone loves him. So this, ladies and gentlemen, will be your next president in 1936. That's really good. I could dumb the taxes down like this, but in order to do that, I have to reduce government wages. So I wonder if that... I don't think it'll have a meaningful impact on me, to be honest. So I'm not going to do it, but if I drop expenses like this, for example, if I drop this down by $1 million, then I end up 600K, I guess 500K in the hole, and then I can reduce government wages by it gives me 371. So it's still not quite balanced that way, but maybe through some trade routes and stuff. I do have some active trade routes that are helping me too, and kind of want to import some things. I need to import rubber, it looks like, too, so you can try to bring rubber in because I'm out of rubber there too, but it is what it is. It's fine. Everything's done. Looks like they're just going to take the game away from me here. They're just going to take it right out of my hands. So there it is. January 1st, 1936, the United States of America was successfully reached the end of the campaign. And you can see that our weekly GDP is it's a little bit of a slow start for a while, and then it just exploded. Yeah, so looks like average standard of living is up here. We were number 2 on this, with Newfoundland still being like 28.5. I think we ended with like 21 something. You can go back and look in the video. At its peak, I had almost a 23 on this, but I never had anywhere close to 28. Prestige dropped greatly because I never had I just didn't complete my expedition, and I didn't get my exhibition there too. Population kept soaring, and we ended with over 2.1 billion GDP. Maybe it was 2.2 billion. But anyway, that is the campaign. Now we can continue as an observer, or we can switch countries. They will not let me continue playing. That sucks. Political strength, engineers. We know that the armed forces was the most clout. part of the party that was absolutely going to win. And we know that Phineas was going to be elected, okay? 1936, that was an election year, right? I don't actually know, but I think it was an election year. And so, you know what? I'm pretty sure that Phineas would have been president. So this Cornelius, I guess if anyone was going to be president, it should be somebody named Cornelius. Anyway, that's it for our Alternative America playthrough. I hope you guys have had a wonderful time watching. I've had a wonderful time playing. Political strength was literally off the charts. And that's it for me. So I hope you guys had fun. And I don't exactly know I don't know when the Africa one is going to start, because I haven't decided if I'm going to wait for that patch yet. I feel like I should, because again, I'm pretty sure it'll break mods, and I do want to see and assess the new balance of the game and everything once they're done. It's a pretty sizable patch, and they said they're trying to get it out by the end of the year, so we might end up playing this maybe I won't even be making videos in January because I'm going overseas. So February, we might start playing it in February instead. I don't know. If I feel like after I assess it and think about it for a couple days and really just figure out what games are in the pipeline, right? I've got some games that I know I'm going to be playing in December, so I don't want to interfere with those because those are time sensitive and they're like on release. Things like Ixion, for example, is coming out early December. So I want to make sure I have time for those. And yeah, I might let this game just stew for a little bit before trying the Africa thing. But I hope you guys will stay subscribed. Check out some of the other stuff that's on the channel. There's over 3,000 videos on this channel, so I almost guarantee there's something else you'll like. So check out the playlist tab and stuff and just see if there's anything interesting to you, okay? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.